Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsreview.com, and today we are going to do the quick unboxing and full review of the Micromax Canvas Night phone. The model number of this device is A350. This is the latest octa-core phone, the flagship phone from Micromax, which has been recently launched, and it is right now available in the Indian market for a price of approximately 19 to 20,000 rupees. And it is an octa-core phone with a pretty good chipset with pretty good performance as well. And again, I have been using this phone for more than a week now, and I'm doing this unboxing for you. This unboxing is actually being done for you. I have already opened the box, so just to show you the contents, I'm doing this unboxing, and then we will go ahead with the review. So taking a look over the package which we have for the Canvas Night, this is how the package looks like. It is again black colored package, as you can see, with Canvas Night branding over here. Then Micromax branding is over here. And then at the back side of the package we have the specifications of the device mentioned, which includes the processor, which is a 2.0 GHz true octa-core processor which we have on this device. And then we have 3G speed supported, 21 Mbps download, 5.76 Mbps upload. Display is 5-inch IPS LCD display it has, and it is a full high definition display. Gives you a pixel density of around 443 pixels per inch. The RAM on the device is 2 GB, internal storage is 32 GB, and we will just check whether this one is the 16 GB version which we have or the 32 GB version, because both of these versions I think are available in the market. When it comes to the primary camera, the rear camera is a 16 megapixel autofocus camera, and the front camera is a fixed focus 8 megapixel camera. Then we have quad band supported. All these frequencies which are listed over here are supported on this phone. And then we have the video playback support. You can play high definition video at 1080p. You have the support for recording high definition video, and you can also play high definition video at 1080p as well as at 720p. The battery on the device is 2350 mAh, as you can see. And again, we have some other specifications and other things of the device mentioned. So when we take a look over the version of Android this device is running, it is running Android 4.2.2 as of now, and we will just show you that. So let's open the package and let's see what we have in the package. And the first thing which we get in the package is the device itself, which is the Micromax Canvas Night. Again, we have the black color of this device, which looks perfectly fine and very classy, I would say. This device is also available in the white version as well, although this is the black one which we have, and it looks pretty good in terms of the build quality it has. It has a nice aluminum metal frame which actually holds the entire phone together, and it has got a very premium finish to it. As far as the back side is concerned, the back side is glass and the front is also glass. However, you have Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection on the front, whereas you do not have any protection on the back side. So we will take a look over the phone later on. Let's take a look what we have in the package as of now. So apart from the phone, when we take a look in the package, we have some extra earbuds for the headphones, and then we get tangled free flat cables, the micro USB cable which comes within the package, and it can be used for data syncing as well as charging. Here we have the headphones which come within the package. These are the same in-ear headphones which we get with the Canvas Turbo as well, which we have got. So the same kind of headphones are there, and the kind of sound quality they have is also pretty good. I have also used them a little, and again the sound quality is almost the same, although the bass levels are a little bit low, but the trebles are pretty high. And again, in terms of taking voice calls, you can actually take voice calls as well on this device. Whenever you are using these headphones, you have a mic module over here which has a mic and a button to pick the call. However, you cannot control the volume from these headphones once you have them connected, and this is how the audio lead look like. Apart from this, if we take a look, we have got the charger, the standard Micromax charger, as you can see, and the output current from this charger is 1 ampere. This is a 1 ampere charger. You also get a SIM injection tool. So this is a single SIM phone, and again this is the tool which we get within the package, with which you can actually eject the SIM tray out and insert the SIM card. We will just show you how to do that. You get also additional leaflet within the package. This is a Micromax advertisement, and these are all the things which we have in the package. So let's keep all these things back into the package, and let me just show you the phone closely and some of the features of the phone, the software and other things. Now as you can see here, we have the Micromax Canvas Night. This is one of the best build quality phone we have seen till now after the Micromax Canvas Turbo. Again, this device feels very solid in hand. It has a nice metal grill on the edges, which actually gives you a very good feel when you hold this device in hand, and it also gives this device a very good strong build quality. As far as the connectivity and the ports is concerned, let me just go through them. At the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack. Here you have some rubber bands basically for the antenna and radio signal. At the back you have a 16 megapixel camera autofocus with LED flash, and this is a single LED flash which we have. We have the Micromax branding at the back, and again this is complete glass, so looks good, but it is kind of fingerprint friendly. As you can see, it will catch the fingerprints quite easily, so I would recommend you to actually have a cover for this phone, and which should come within the package, but in our package it was not there. It is a kind of a transparent back cover which you can apply onto this phone. And then if we take a look over the back side, on the top, on the bottom basically, we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging, a primary microphone, and here we have the loudspeaker mesh which actually has the loudspeaker and also the earpiece. Now one thing I would like to correct here is that the microphone is actually over here, the primary microphone, whereas this mesh is actually for the loudspeaker. It does not have a microphone inside. And here we have another rubber bands again for the radio signal and other things, because this is a metal frame, so you have to actually provide these bands to actually take the radio signals. And again, this kind of a design which we have seen on this phone is very much similar to the one which we have seen on iPhone before. So it has followed almost the same kind of design which we have seen on iPhone. I have an iPhone 5 over here, let me just compare it. So now if we compare the Micromax Canvas Night with an iPhone 5, and we have an iPhone 4 as well, again this device resembles the design of an iPhone 4 to a great extent, because on iPhone 4 we have, or iPhone 4S as well, we have front glass, and again the back side is also glass on the iPhone 4 and 4S as well, whereas on the iPhone 5 we have seen aluminum at the back side, and on Canvas Night we have glass. So again, these two devices are similar in terms of comparison, I would say, in terms of the build quality as well as in terms of the design as well to a great extent. If you actually take a closer look over the edges, you can easily notice that the Micromax Canvas Night is actually thinner as compared to an iPhone 4, but again iPhone 4 is a much older device, so that can happen. This device, as far as thickness is concerned, is around 7.3 millimeter, whereas this device is little bit higher than that. But again, in terms of the overall design and the kind of form factor is definitely different, because this is a bigger display phone. But again, in terms of the design, both of these phones are very close to each other as far as edges are concerned, as far as front is concerned, and as far as back is concerned as well. Now taking a look over the right edge, we can see we have the button, the volume rocker, which is a single button, and again it gives you good amount of feedback. It is a metallic button. You have the power and sleep key, which is also a metallic button, and here we have the SIM card tray. The SIM card tray will accept micro SIM, not a normal size SIM card, and it can easily come out with the SIM ejection tool which we showed earlier. So here we have the SIM ejection tool, and once you insert the SIM ejection tool over here, the SIM tray will come out and it will accept micro SIM as we already told you. Now taking a look over the front of the Micromax Canvas Night, we can see there is a LED notification light on this phone, which is going to be useful especially for missed call, for other alerts, for email messages. And we have the front camera, which is an 8 megapixel camera, fixed focus. We have the metallic earpiece behind this glass, and at the bottom, if we take a look, we have the touch capacitive buttons which are there at the bottom, and they will light up whenever you touch them, as you can see. And this is how the lock screen look like. And again, before I go into the software onto this phone, I would like to tell you about the form factor and the overall feel of this phone. So in terms of the overall weight, this device is around 157 gram, which is again not very light, but again not very heavy as well. So it is fairly good in terms of the weight. It is not that heavy, and again the kind of build quality it has, it will have this kind of a weight at least. It has 5 inch of display, which is a full high definition IPS LCD display. As you can see, the viewing angles of the display are also pretty good. You can see the display from extreme angles without any issues, and I do not notice any color fading as well, especially on this display, which this device actually has. So in terms of the build quality, in terms of the display, Micromax has actually given almost the best display and a very good build quality as far as the material which has been used to make this phone. And again, this phone is fairly good to hold in one hand, although the one-handed usage of this device is going to be limited at times, because you may not be able to use this phone only with one hand, because this is a 5-inch display phone. But again, to hold this phone, it is not at all a problem. It is a slim phone around 7.3mm, which is pretty good. You can easily take this phone into your jeans pocket and you can easily carry it around. And as far as weight is concerned, 157 gram is again not very light, but it is not very heavy as well, so you will get used to the weight, and it is fairly portable phone to carry around with you, and also to carry around with you in any jeans or trouser pocket. The display resolution on this device is 1920x1080. It is a full high definition display spread on 5-inch, and again we have a pixel density of around 441 pixels per inch. And as you can see, even if you take a closer look over this display, you will not feel any pixelation which we can notice. Again, there is no pixelation which we can notice on this display, which is pretty good. As far as reading text is concerned, even when you read a large amount of text in any document, you will not feel the pixelation on this display, as the pixel density is pretty good. As far as the UI is concerned, the UI is again not stock Android. It is a kind of custom layer of Android in terms of the UI which is running on this device on top of Android. So it is a custom UI which is running on top of Android. The iconography which they have actually used is also different. This is a very different kind of iconography which they have used in this custom UI which is running on top of Android on this device. As far as applications are concerned, you get BBM pre-installed on this device, and then we have some Google related application. We have file manager which comes pre-installed. You have flashlight, and then you have Kingsoft Office as well. Some Micromax application are there, including MLive, and then you have MVault as well. Apart from this, you get the regular applications, and again you get Opera Mini as well, and notebook application which comes pre-installed. So these are all the applications which you see will come pre-installed, including Truecaller, Sound Recorder. You also have some trial version games as well. Where is my water, where is my Perry? These games are also there on this device. So you get a pretty good number of applications. Some of them are very useful applications which you get pre-installed on this device. And again, the kind of UI which you see in this device is very different as compared to the previous Micromax Android phone which we have seen, including the Micromax Canvas Turbo. So as far as home screen is concerned, you can increase the home screen. You can have maximum 9 home screen on this device, and you can customize that. As far as widgets are concerned, let me just take a look over the widgets as well. So once we go under the widgets section, let me just go into the all app drawer, and if we take a look over the widgets, we do have some custom widgets which are actually there on this device, which are designed for this phone. But apart from that, we see all the regular widgets which are there on this device, which come from Google for any Android phone. So these widgets are also supported on this device. Now taking a look over the notification center, this is how the notification center look like. Again, very stock Android kind of notification center which we have. Here we have all the toggle for the data, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. To access the GPS, auto rotation can also be turned off. Timeout for the display, you have the option of rebooting. Wireless display is also supported. And once we go under settings, we can see the details of the phone. So the version of Android which is running on this device is Android 4.2.2, and again it can be upgraded, and Micromax has actually promised us that they will be pushing updates on this device, either 4.3 or 4.4 KitKat, that will come to this device. And again, when it comes to some other things as far as storage is concerned, let me just take a look over the storage as well. On the storage front, this device has 32 GB of inbuilt storage, out of which around 1.97 is actually available for applications where you can actually install applications, and for the user available area you have around 24.90 GB. So you have 24.90 GB available for this device, out of which around 24.83 GB is available as of now. And we have installed some applications and some other things as well on this device. That is why it has consumed some amount of storage. But again, the storage which is available to the device as far as user is concerned is around 24.90 plus 1.97. So approximately 25 to 26 GB is available to the user on this 32 GB storage device. As far as internal SD card is concerned, internal SD card, which is the internal storage, you can actually delete that as well. We have the option for that as well on this device. You also have support for GPS navigation on this device. For that, you just need to enable access to your location, and then you need to enable both of these options so that it will give you GPS navigation data, and you can use this device for GPS navigation with the help of assisted GPS. And again, we will just confirm whether this device has magnetic sensor as well or not. As far as RAM is concerned, you have 2 GB of RAM on this device, and again, as of now we are not running too much applications in the background. Let me just see how much of RAM is actually available. So again, as of now, around 1.1 GB of RAM is being used, and again you get around 827 MB of RAM free, which is fairly okay. Again, you will get more RAM, especially on first boot, but this is the kind of scenario which we have, and this amount of RAM is again fairly good because the device is responsive and there is no lag as far as the UI is concerned on this device, which we haven't noticed. Basically, there is no lag which we have actually noticed on this device. And again, when it comes to wallpapers which are supported are going to be live wallpapers, static wallpapers. You can actually support video wallpapers as well with the help of third-party applications. When it comes to brightness, you do have support for automatic brightness as well, because this device does have ambient light sensor which are over here. I don't know whether you can see them, but they are there. And you do have proximity sensor as well on this device. When we take a look over the user profiles, you do have user profile supported, in which you have some additional options on this octa-core chipset which come from MediaTek. It is the MediaTek 6582 chipset which we have on this device, and again it will give you the option of enhancing the sound not only on the earphones but also through the speaker. So you can actually enhance the sound, or you can increase the volume of the sound which you will hear from the loudspeaker which is over here. You can actually enhance the sound once you can increase the volume of sound once you check this option, and with this option you can actually enhance the sound which will come out from the earphones. So both of these options are there as far as sound settings are concerned. Let's take a look over the tethering options. So you do have support for wireless Wi-Fi hotspot. So you can create a Wi-Fi hotspot using the 3G SIM card which we will insert into this device. You have support for USB tethering, and Bluetooth tethering is also there, although it is not for sharing internet. Now again, one thing I would like to correct again is that this device is not a single SIM device. This is a dual SIM phone. So there are two SIM card tray. One is actually on the right and the other one is on the left. So you can eject both of these trays and insert the SIM card into this device. This one will accept a micro SIM, and this one as well will accept a micro SIM. So you have dual SIM supported on this device, as you can see. And you also have some battery saving options as well. Also, these options are kind of default. So you have CPU power saving option under the battery settings. Under settings you can actually find these, and once you check this option, it will actually confirm the CPU. It will actually limit the maximum CPU performance to have more battery life, and again it will lower down the device temperature. So this option actually helps you to control the device hotness, especially whenever you are playing some games. The device will become hot because it has a backside which is actually glass, so you will feel the heat of it as well, but it is not too hot. Especially we have actually tried playing some games as well, the device does not become very hot, but again this actually limits the overall capability of the device as far as battery is concerned, because whenever the device will become hot, the battery will erode very faster. So the battery power will actually go very down in a very speedy way in that case. So once you check this option, in those cases the device will actually use the CPU in such a way that it does not become too hot, and the battery is conserved in that case. And apart from all these, you also have some additional smart gestures which are supported on this device with the help of proximity and ambient light sensor which we have on this device. Only actually because of the proximity sensor only, not with the ambient light sensor. So these options include upside silent. That means whenever you are getting a call, you can actually place the device like this and the device will become silent. Upside speaker is also there, so you can actually do the same thing to actually route the call to the loudspeaker, but that will happen once you pick the call and then you actually place the device like this on a table with upside down, and it will route the call to the speaker, so you can use the speaker phone. Then we have gesture answer phone, in which if you are receiving a call, you wave your hand over the phone over the proximity sensor, and you will be able to answer the call. And then you have gesture dial as well. In case you have a contact open, you can actually again wave your hand over the proximity sensor and it will dial the contact automatically. Now here we have the phone dialer, and again the phone dialer is kind of custom and a different kind of a look and feel which we have seen on this device as compared to other Micromax phone which we have seen earlier. You have the option of making a video call, and again the phone dialer is pretty big in size. You can easily type a number to dial it without any issues, although with one hand you might face some problem in the beginning, but again you will get used to it. And again the keys on the phone dialer are pretty big, so you should not face any problem while dialing any number. Now here we have the messaging application, and once you go and compose a new message, this is how the new interface look like. This messaging application is also kind of different. Again, when it comes to typing on this device, this is how the keyboard look like. When it comes to continuous input is not supported, and we will just confirm that. So by default the continuous input is not enabled. We will just confirm it with the settings of the keyboard as well. When it comes to typing on this keyboard, the keyboard keys are pretty big in size, quite nicely spaced out from each other, so you should not face any problem while typing on this device. And as we did not face any problem while typing on this device, even in the portrait mode or in the landscape mode, that is again possible. You can type in the landscape mode as well. So let me just confirm whether this device actually has support for continuous input. So continuous input is not supported, as you can see. And again let me just go into the advanced option. So let me just, okay, you have language switch, key covers, other, okay, switch, okay. Once we do that, we do have some other advanced settings over here, but again this one does not include continuous input. So by default continuous input is not supported, and again you do not have swipe to type supported in any way possible on this device. But you can always change the language of the keyboard by just tapping over here, and you can do that once you add other languages to this device as far as other language keyboards is concerned. Now here we have the hardware information for this device. This device is Micromax A350, as we told you earlier. You have ARM V7 processor on this device, clocked at 2 GHz. It is an octa-core processor, MediaTek 6592, not 82. And again I would like to correct here that it has the MediaTek 6592 chipset, which is the octa-core chipset. And again the display resolution on this device is 480 it is 1080 into 1920, and the GPU on the device is Mali 450MP GPU, which is definitely a better GPU as compared to the quad-core chipset which we have seen earlier, which is the MediaTek 6589 chipset, which had the PowerVR HTX 544MP, whereas this GPU is definitely much powerful than that one, and it is also running on higher frequency as compared to PowerVR HTX 544MP. So this GPU will give you much better performance as far as gaming is concerned. That is something which we can tell you. When it comes to sensors, you have pretty good list of sensors on this device which are there. You do have magnetic field sensor as well, which will again help you do better GPS navigation on this device. And again this device works for GPS navigation without any issues. You have 3-axis accelerometer sensor, proximity, light, gyroscope, rotation vector, gravity, linear acceleration, orientation, and a corrected gyroscope sensor. So in terms of sensor, it has pretty good list of sensors which should be there on this device. And again these sensors will help you use different applications, and gaming performance on this device is also pretty good because of these extensive list of sensors. So as you can see here, we have the camera UI on this device. This is how the camera UI look like. And first of all, let me just show you the quality of the front camera. The front camera is an 8-megapixel camera. So this is how the overall quality will look like from the front camera. You can almost do a good quality high definition video chat from the front camera. And again, the kind of colors which I can see as of now in the front camera are pretty good. You do not have tap to focus or autofocus within the front camera because this is a fixed focus 8-megapixel camera, which is pretty good, especially for video chatting. It should be good enough. And we have tried this as well. The video chat was pretty good when we did it. Let's take a look over the rear camera. This is how the rear camera look like. It does have autofocus, as you can see. You do have tap to focus as well. So you can actually use this device, the rear camera, for both autofocus and tap to focus. Both of them are supported. Here we have the photo mode, and again let's take a look over the settings. So you do have support for voice. You can take photos with the help of voice. You have face detection you can turn on. Self timer is also there, which you can set maximum to 10 seconds. Burst shots are supported, up to 99 shots maximum can be taken. The picture size which is set as of now is 16 megapixel, and again you can configure it to be 12 megapixel as well. And again the preview size is 4:3. You can also set it to full screen, that is also possible. You have support over here to control the flash. We have some other photo modes over here. You have normal shot, which is right now enabled. You have HDR mode supported, panorama shot is also supported, scene detection shot is also there, so it will detect the scene as per the environment in which you are taking a photo. And you have a smile shot supported as well. So all these modes are supported. When we take a look over the video settings, so this is how the video mode look like. And again you can record high definition video at 1080p as well as at 720p from this device. Let me just show you the settings for the same. You have electronic image stabilization, audio settings can also be set to different. Video quality is set to high as of now. Once you set it to fine, you can record high definition video at 1080p, and this is pretty good. So let me just take a photo as of now to show you the overall quality of this device when it comes to taking a photo in a room with some artificial light. So we have some artificial light falling on this object. We will just take a photo with this artificial light and without this artificial light as well, and show you how is the overall colors and the clarity on this device when it comes to camera. So we have taken the photo with artificial light. Let me just turn off it. Okay, we have turned off the artificial light, and again let me just take the same photo again to see how does the camera actually react, especially to this device which we are trying to capture. And let me just show you both of these photos now. So once we take the photo, take a look over the photo which we have captured without artificial light, which is this one. This one is looking good, at least in terms of the details it is looking good. In terms of colors it is pretty good, I would say, not too great. And let me just compare it with the other photo, and here we have the photo which is with artificial light. As you can see, the colors are better on this one, and this photo is much brighter, again because of good amount of light. However, this photo is also pretty good, and again I do not see great amount of noise in this photo. This photo is also pretty good. The kind of text which was there on the phone is also looking pretty good on this one. However, this photo is not that bright, which you can easily compare and notice once you compare it with this one, which is taken with some artificial light, as you can see. So this photo is better in terms of details as well as in terms of colors, but this photo which we have taken in almost low light is also not that bad. So in all, one thing I would like to tell you about the camera of this device is that the camera performance is pretty good in daylight, and it is also pretty okay in low light as well, as we have seen on this photo. So it is not that bad as compared to the other phones which we have seen. The camera performance on this device, especially on the Micromax Canvas Night, is pretty good in low light as well. Now one thing I would like to tell you is that whenever you are using the camera or whenever you are doing gaming on this device, the device will become hot, especially at this point where we have the processor. And again it becomes hot, but it does not become that hot to actually make yourself uncomfortable, because it has glass at the back side. So you will feel the hotness of the device a little bit more, but it is not that hot to actually make yourself uncomfortable to hold this device in your hand. You also have a movie studio application on this device which comes pre-installed, which is this one. And in this movie studio application you can actually create a new project in which you can add photos and videos as well from this device which you have taken, or whatever, if you have actually transferred them from any other device. You can actually create a movie with the help of photos as well as with the help of videos which you have on this device with this application which is called Movie Studio, which is definitely a good application with which you can actually make different kind of movies, and you can also add custom music as well. Let's take a look over the music player. So again, when it comes to the music player, we do not have any music on this device, so we won't be able to show you the exact interface of the music. But again, this device has a kind of a music player which is not the stock Android music player, but it is kind of a custom music player which we have seen. On multitouch, this device supports around 10-point multitouch, as you can see. Now on AnTuTu we have got a score of 26996, as you can see, and this device ranks in between Samsung Galaxy S4 and HTC One in terms of the benchmark score. which is pretty good. So in terms of the overall day-to-day performance as well, what we have actually noticed, this device is fairly responsive and good to use. There is no problem. The device is smooth enough in terms of day-to-day usage for any applications. As far as gaming is concerned as well, you can actually play heavy graphic intensive games as well on this device, and casual games like Subway Surfer, Temple Run OZ, medium graphic intensive games like Frontline Commando D-Day runs perfectly fine, whereas the heavy graphic games like Modern Combat 4 actually also runs on this device without any issues. On Ninamark for this device, we have got a score of 56.3 FPS, which is a pretty decent score, I would say. And again, as I said earlier, this device is pretty good on the graphics front as well. So you can play graphic intensive games on this device without much of an issue. You can play heavy graphic games as well like Blood of Glory, Frontline Commando D-Day and Temple Run OZ. All these kind of games, from casual to medium to high graphic intensive games, all these games will run fine on this device without any problem, and we will just show you that. So as you can see, we are playing a high definition video from our channel, and as of now, before I play this video, let me just show you the clarity of the video as well. So taking a look over this video from this angle or from this angle, you can easily see that the viewing angles are pretty good on this device. You can view the video like this on or any high definition video, and the video is also playing in high definition quality, so you can play high definition videos on this device without any issues. Let me just increase the volume. So the overall volume which comes out from the loudspeaker is also pretty loud, and again it does not get clogged whenever you place the device like this on a table, as the loudspeaker is actually on the edges at the bottom, not at the back side of the phone. So it is a good design, I would say, which actually does not block the loudspeaker. But again, in case you are holding the device like this, you can accidentally block the loudspeaker sometimes, but you will get used to the loudspeaker orientation or the position of the loudspeaker after some time of usage of this device. Now here we have this game called Temple Run 2, which we are playing. You can see we are playing Temple Run 2 on this device to test the performance of this device when it comes to playing this casual game, and the graphics as well. So the touchscreen is pretty responsive, that is something I can say. There is no problem. The gravity sensor on the phone is also working well. As far as the response which I am getting from the touchscreen while playing this game, it is almost instant. There is no lag which I can notice, and graphics are also rendering fine on this device without much of an issue. There is no frame drops which I can notice till now, and the gravity sensor on the phone is also working well, as you can see. Now as you can see, we have loaded our website as of now, gadgetsnews.com, onto this browser. We have a stock Android browser which comes preloaded on this device. You also get Google Chrome also pre-installed. So this is how the website look like as far as stock Android browser is concerned. It has almost loaded completely, and you can see that kinetic scrolling is pretty smooth and kind of fast on this device. As far as pinch to zoom is concerned, pinch to zoom is also fluid, there is no problem. As far as panning is concerned, panning is also supported, and you do have double tap to zoom supported as well. So in all, the browsing experience seems to be pretty good. You can also play YouTube videos within the web page which are embedded on specific web page with the browser which we have on the stairs, the stock Android browser, and you do have tab browsing supported, and you can also do incognito mode browsing as well, the private mode browsing, in case you don't want the web browser on this device to actually record the history of the web pages which you have visited. So as you can see, we have just connected a flash drive with the help of an OTG cable. OTG cable does not come within the package of this phone, but OTG seems to be supported, as this device has actually detected the flash drive, and let me just show you the same. Okay, let me just try connecting it again and to show you the notification. So once we connect the flash drive like this, you will see a notification on the top which is saying preparing USB external storage drive, and let me just open the same into the file manager to show you. So here we have the internal SD card, and let me just come out. Okay, so when it comes to the external storage which is connected, as of now this 4 GB flash drive is actually connected, as you can see over here, and we can actually see the contents on this flash drive. So you can play a USB, you can play a movie which you might have loaded on this flash drive with this feature. And again, this device does not have a micro SD memory card slot, so OTG feature is supported on this device, which will definitely come handy, as whenever you feel like when you have limited storage on this device, and again you cannot actually load any movie or big size movie on this device, you can always load them in the flash drive like this and connect them with the device with an OTG cable, which you can easily buy from the market, and this will again help you face any kind of storage problem which you might have with this device in the longer run. Now, as far as call quality is concerned, we did a couple of voice calls on this device, especially in the areas where we had low signals, and again the kind of voice clarity which you get from the earpiece or from the earphones which we have with this phone was pretty okay, not bad. Again, the kind of clarity which we get from the earpiece on this device, especially on voice calls, is pretty good. There is no problem. But in low signal areas, especially where you have very low signal on the phone, still you will be able to hear the sound coming from the other side, and there will not be much of a problem as far as distortion is concerned. Now, to conclude our review, I would like to say something about this phone, some of the good things and some of the bad things. Some good things which I would like to say is the very good build quality. The kind of form factor it has is also pretty good. The weight of the device is also not very heavy. It feels very solid in hand. The kind of build quality is commendable which Micromax has actually done with this phone. The overall look and feel of the phone is also quite premium, either on the black one or on the white one, whatever the one you choose. Basically, one thing or two things basically which I'm not too happy about on this phone is that there is no micro SD card slot on this device, so you cannot expand the storage of the device. But again, you have 32 GB of storage, out of which around 25 GB is approximately available to the user, which is good enough. And again, you do have support for OTG as well, so in case you face any problem as far as limited storage is concerned, you can always have an OTG cable and you can use a flash drive to connect it with the phone, and you can play a movie from the flash drive as well. So that is there. But again, another thing which is not good about this phone is that the kind of battery backup it has. The battery backup on this device is around 1 day for moderate usage, and again with heavy usage you will not get 1 day of battery backup, especially in case you play high definition games like Blood of Glory or Modern Combat 4 or Nova 3 as well on this device. In that case, you will definitely not get 1 day of battery backup. The battery on this device actually degrades with a very speedy rate, especially whenever you are playing games, high definition games on this device. So that is one feedback I would like to give for this device. Apart from that, everything on the device is pretty good. The rear camera performance is really good, especially in daylight, and in low light it is also pretty good. When it comes to the front camera is also capable of doing a high definition video chat, so which is good. So the kind of quality or the kind of video stream which you can broadcast from the front camera is also good. So in all, I would like to give a big thumbs up to this device in terms of the overall value for money. This device is for 19,000 rupees. This device is a pretty good value for money. The kind of build quality it has, you will not get this kind of build quality on any other phone under 20,000 rupees. That is something which I can say. At least from Micromax, this is one of the best build quality phone till now. Very good in terms of the material which has been used, also in terms of the look and feel, it looks very premium. So do let us know if you have any specific question for the Micromax Canvas Night. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.